Hello, everyone. So this is our second writing sprint. And as I mentioned before, our writing sprint this time is going to be quite different. So we're still going to have our writing sessions and having time for questions like we did last week. But we have a special treat today as we are going to be having an interview, as I mentioned last time. So the one I'm going to be interviewing is a friend of mine. We met on our author community. She's written a book. She's also a teacher. And without further ado, I am going to add author Meera Bala. Hi, Meera.
Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing?
So, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. So, we are going to I'm just going to share another screen. So, this is our Camp NaNoWriMo Saturday Writing Sprint. And why is this not working? Oh, perfectly. So yes, everyone knows who I am. It's not about me right now, so let's just skip that. If you don't mind, wherever you are, just write what country you're watching from. Are you a writer? Are you a creator? What's your goal this session? I hope that you have questions later when we're done doing the interview with Meera. I'm pretty sure she'd like to have, some responses with you guys. So just feel free to share where you guys are from, what your mission is on this writing sprint. And if you have any questions, make sure to save them so that you can ask Meera later. So today we're going to have a little icebreaker between me and Meera. We're going to have an interview. So it might take about 10-15 minutes. Then we're going to start with our writing sprint, which should be 25 minutes. And then I'll share a little bit about my novel with what I can, because I can't spoil everything yet. Then we're going to have another second writing sprint. And depending on the time, we might do 20 minutes or 15 minutes. I have an announcement. So if you want to know what it is, you have to stay up until the end. And our next live for our writing sprint will be next Saturday, May 1st. Okay. So a little bit about Meera. She is a Canadian. She's a diverse author. She's an elementary teacher. I'm also an elementary teacher. So it's like, woo-hoo. She's a wife, she's a mother of two, and she's a coffee lover. And her first debut children's book is called Palm Trees Under Snow. And I made sure to get a copy. So my copy is right here. So I have a few questions for you, Meera. So I'm just going to actually put this away so that we can actually see you. I'm going to start off by asking you 3 icebreaker questions. So I'm going to ask you a question quick, and then you're going to reply. Favorite ice cream?
Vanilla.
Okay. Do you prefer salty food or do you prefer sweet food?
I actually prefer spicy food.
Oh, okay. What would be your dream place to visit that you haven't gone before?
I would love to go back to different places in Italy. I've been to Rome, but I want to explore different parts of Italy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite color?
My favorite color is pink and black.
Okay. And since you're a teacher, what's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is definitely language.
Perfect. And for our last icebreaker question, what did I want to say? Oh, it slipped my mind. I'm gonna have to look now. Oh yeah. When you think of a relaxing day is filling the blank.
Peace, quiet, coffee.
Three things. Perfect combination. Yes. I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but peace and quiet, something I cherish a lot.
For sure. Yeah.
Good. So I'm going to start off by reading some of the questions that I would like to ask you, and also give an insight to our viewers more about you. So my first question I'll ask you is, when did you first realize you wanted to be a writer or an author?
Okay. So I was actually always into writing. I've loved writing in general, like from my childhood days. I used to write many short stories growing up, and I would make like little books with pictures and share with my family and friends. I know my boys actually do that now. And throughout high school and university, I took a lot of creative writing courses because I had a passion for writing. I actually wrote this book, Palm Trees Under Snow, actually for a creative writing course in university. Yeah, so this was actually written, I wrote this like a few years back for university for one of the children's literature courses. And one of the professors actually said that I should actually get this published at that time.
Mm.
But once I began my career as a teacher, and you know that the initial stages, years of teaching is like very time consuming. So I never got a chance to go back to it. But like wanting to write and publish a book was always in the back of my head. And during COVID, I went back to writing as kind of like a therapy. It took
Yep.
me away from everything that was happening. So, and I'm like, you know what? It's time for me to actually get this story out there. So, I've always been into writing, but I think, this year really pushed me to go ahead and publish the book.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, COVID has been, devastating in many ways, but in the
Yes.
same time, it got us to really focus on what needed to, you know,
Right. I think a lot of people were able to go back to their hobbies and interests and kind of move forward with it this year.
that is very
Yeah.
true. Oh, great. I'm glad that your boys are starting to doodle too. You're inspiring them.
Yes, they've always been into like making little books since like I remember since maybe kindergarten. They're like 12 and 14 now, and they still sometimes sit down to write. So it's a good hobby to have for sure.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. So another thing, as we're talking about your boys, what does your family and what do your friends think about your writing career?
Okay. My family and friends have actually been my biggest supporters. It's funny because most of them are not surprised at all with this journey. I actually had many people message me and tell me, I always knew you were going to be a writer and publish your book. So I
Mm-hmm.
think they saw me more as a writer than I believed in myself.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, so my family and friends have been very encouraging and have been, the biggest promoters of my book. And they love the story because it resonates with a lot of them because, a lot of my family members are immigrants too.
Mm-hmm.
And this story is something that they lived through. So a lot of them have been writing to tell me how it really resonates with them.
Mm-hmm. And that's a great way also. Like family, sometimes you feel that you don't want to bombard them with your stuff, but especially when they connect with things, then they're like
Right.
all in all the time. You can always count on family on that.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your first published book, Palm Trees Under Snow, and your journey.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Palm Trees here, I have my book here. Palm Trees Under Snow is actually my first published book, as you know, and it's a very special story that is very close to my heart. The main character in the book, the little girl, her name is Maya, and Maya lives through a war in Sri Lanka, and her parents actually decide to immigrate to another country, which in this case is Canada, to find peace and safety. But when Maya arrives in Canada, she finds out that life is not easy for her. She faces a lot of discrimination and bullying. But with the support of her family, her determination, bravery, and resilience, we witnessed Maya coming out on top. So that is the story. Now, the journey to getting this book published has been amazing. I decided to actually self-publish the book because, I didn't want to be involved in the waiting game of, sending it out to publishers and waiting for someone to pick it up. So I went ahead and actually chose to self-publish. The process has not been easy, though. I did face many challenges, especially with the illustration, because I had such a clear vision of how I wanted the pictures to turn out. So it was very hard for me to find an illustrator. And as you know, you have been so helpful in, giving me advice and seeking help. So um, I was very blessed to have amazing authors on social media that were beyond helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I find that we really support each other and give each other, information.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say it's been an amazing journey. Even with the challenges, it's been really good. It was a learning experience for sure.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I found that in this like author self-publishing, you
Yes,
never finish. You always learn something new. You always learn something different, which is great.
definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely. The learning never stops. Even
Yeah.
after the book is published, there's just so much to do and learn.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so two more questions.
Yes.
What are you working on now that you would like to share with today's viewers?
Okay, so I'm currently working on my second book. It's almost finished. It's kind of in the last stages. It's actually a picture book for ages 4 to 7. So I'm targeting, kindergarten to grade 2 students, so more of a primary age group.
Mhm.
And again, it's about 5 kids from different parts of the world that lived through COVID. Again, I wanted to include the diversity and diverse characters that many children can relate to.
Mhm.
And this book gives hope for children for the future. That even though right now we're in a very tough stage, that life will get back to normal and we will be okay. As you know, COVID is a very universal issue that we're all dealing with, and I think it has brought our community together. And I would like to tell the kids that we are going to be okay. And in terms of the future, I would like to continue to write books that represent diversity and books that empower and inspire children.
That's great. It's especially how inspiring it is. And it's true that we're all, going through a pandemic right now. And
Yeah,
especially children, the young ones
right.
don't quite understand what COVID is.
Yeah,
So, seeing it in a book is very educational and also
right.
connecting with them. So that's
Yes.
great. I really love that idea. That's cool.
Thank
Can't wait
you.
to
Thank
start that.
you. I'm
And my
excited
last,
about it.
oh yes, I'm sure you are because you've done so well with your first one.
Thank you. Thank you.
My last question I'll ask you is,
Yeah.
what do you hope for your readers to take away from your story?
Okay. So in terms of my first book and the books that are coming up, like my hope for children and families is to pick up the book and see themselves, their heritage, their ethnicity, and their features being reflected. I feel that it's very important for kids to make connections with the lives of characters and see themselves in stories that they read, something that I feel like I missed out in books growing up. So I really believe that kids need to see people who look like them, and they need to see the challenges their families faced and how they overcame obstacles. It's a great way for us to learn about each other, to see the similarities and differences represented through books. So I hope when kids pick up the book, they learn compassion and empathy through the story. And again, hopefully it inspires and empowers them.
Yeah, that's great. I actually have a very close friend, like one of my besties from grade 3 that we're
Okay.
still connected with. That's from Sri Lanka. And
Okay.
as I read your book, I was learning so many things. Like I've never really asked her about, how do your parents grow up?
Right.
How was their trip to Canada? So it
Yes.
got me really thinking like, wow, imagine a kid going through that. So
Right.
as an adult, I learned a lot. I can't even imagine children, getting all what you said, empathy and compassion
Mm-hmm.
from books.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah.
really good.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So those were all my questions for you. So now the ball is into the comments. If you have
Okay.
any questions for author Meera Bala, you can ask your questions now. And if maybe you want to write to her, they can send your email. So
Yeah.
what can you share? What's your email? What's your author page, your platforms? Share that.
Okay. So they can visit my website at wordsbymeera.com. And that connects them to all the social media pages that I'm on and my email as well. So wordsbymeera.com would be the place to go where they can reach out. Definitely. Thank you, Brendlin.
No worries. Let's see. Palm trees understood is such. Yes, it is very inspirational. I really loved it. Like
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure I got the like first dibs to read it before, And
Yes.
besides that, I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'm getting a copy. And I make sure to have one right
Yeah,
here.
and the illustrator, she really brought it to life. Like I
Mhm.
find that she really did an amazing job of
Mhm.
bringing the story to life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I believe in the comments I was making my review. What I really liked is that you saw the expressions, like her getting into a ball, like going through distress, going through a trauma, and also
Yeah.
overcoming that. Because
Yes.
yes, a lot of kids go through bullying and they're
Mhm.
discriminated, but already
Yeah.
having a trauma on top of that, it's
Right.
a big load on a child. So
Yeah.
something, that either parents can talk with their children
Hmm.
or
Yes.
teachers with students, like, how would you feel if you're already traumatized and now you have to have a new home, new
Hmm.
lifestyle, new understanding, for
Right.
sure learning a new language that's not common from, what you usually speak. So that's
Yes.
a lot of different stuff that you have to deal with as a child. So,
Right. And
it's,
many come, like children come into our classrooms,
yeah.
dealing with all these issues. So I think it's very important for them to see such books, like, where they can say, okay, this is what happens and how I can overcome situations.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. So yeah, I said very inspirational. You're very right.
Thank you.
I have another one here that I'll put up. It said, "What's your favorite part when writing the story?"
Okay, so my favorite part, I would say, was kind of going back and revisiting some of the childhood things that I lived through. I had many happy moments in Sri Lanka, like growing up with my cousins and with the extended family. So definitely, like going back and just like remembering all the things, back there, because we're so busy. Like I never get a chance to sit down and kind of reflect on it. So
Yeah,
it really gave me the opportunity to go back to those moments, and many memories were wonderful there.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
I love how you wrote in the story that you had your uncles, your aunts, like a big knit family. Like we're six, and I
Yes.
think that's big, but like
Yeah. Yeah.
having an extended family that you always get
Right.
to have. And
Yeah,
another,
because my
oh, sorry, yeah, keep
no
going.
no because no my mom has like 8 siblings and my dad has 6, so I had
Mhm,
many cousins growing up, so
mhm,
it's always very loud.
yes, and
Yeah.
I'm sure fun as a kid.
Yes, yes,
Never
for
got
sure.
bored.
No, no.
What I was going to say is that I love that you used language that you would use, like how you called your mom and how you called your dad, and then you included the vocabulary in the back. I really
Right.
like that part because
Yeah.
sometimes we read stories and we
Hmm.
don't take something out of it or go further in
Right.
discussion.
Yeah.
So maybe there is a child that's from Sri Lanka, is like, that's what I call my mom, or what do
Right.
you call your mom? What do you call your dad? So I really
Right. And
like.
I want kids to like embrace that. Like I don't want them to be ashamed of, saying those words and calling their parents like that. So hopefully, kids are proud of using words from their backgrounds.
For
Yeah.
sure. I see another one here. Just making sure that I'm not clicking the wrong one. It. Oh yes. So she's saying it really gave her a better. I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah. Because
Thank
sometimes
you.
your parents tell you something, and it's like my parents will say, "You don't know how hard we worked." Or you don't know how far we had to go to school, and it's like, okay, I hear you. But then you see
Right.
another book confirm it. It's like, oh, maybe I should actually go back and talk to my parents and sit down with them and actually
Hmm.
ask them their history.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that is very moving. Yeah. Any more questions?
Hmm.
If you do have more questions, you could always write to Mira. Where is it?
Yes.
Here.
At the top. Okay.
And Mira, how what's your price for your books? What types do you have? Paperbacks, hardcovers? You can share
Right.
that.
Yeah. So the hardcover is 18.99, and the paperback I also have available for 12.99.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it's also available through Amazon and Barnes and Nobles if you're in the States or any other country. So there's a different ways of buying it. But if you visit my website, you will find out all the different ways of purchasing the book.
Yes.
Yes, and there's
Great.
also a Kindle version on Amazon if anyone's interested in an ebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Mira. It was wonderful. Whoopsie. What
Oh,
did I do? I was trying to put this off.
oh,
So thank you, Meera, for doing this interview with me. I'm so glad. I wanted you to be my first because I remember how we were talking and we are exchanging, and it's just
Yes,
great to finally see you and not
yes.
just see you on Instagram now.
And
So I wish you all the best. And
thank
are there
you.
any final words you want to say?
Yes, and I just wanted to thank you, Brendolyn, because you've been with me like from the beginning of this journey, and answering my messages at 1 a.m. and 6 a.m. anytime. You have always been there for me. So thank you. You're so super helpful, and you had a huge part to do with palm trees and this, so for sure.
Oh, no worries. It's my pleasure. I just love helping. So if
That's
I can do it, I
awesome.
might as
Thank
well
you,
help.
and thank
Well,
you for the opportunity.
of course, of course. Well, I know you have to go, but I'm wishing you all the best. And for sure, we're going to keep in touch. So I'll
Yes,
see
of
you soon.
course. Yes. You take care. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, everybody. Take care. Bye.
Wow, that was great. So, as I shared, I'll share Mira's website one more time. If you would like to check her page for a book, either a hardcover or a paperback, if you want to, she's also doing mugs now, so that's really cool. So she has her merch. So feel free to go and visit her website. That's wordsbymeera.com. And you can also message her if you have other questions or inquiries. And yeah, so visit her page and support her book, Palm Trees Under Snow. Perfecto. So, we are going to move along to the next thing. And yep, it's time for the writing sprint now. Da-da-da. Oh, when is her next book coming out? Oh, I do not know. But you can send her a message. I will share her Instagram right now. Give me 2 seconds. Meera. So that you can click and then you can follow her. So if you're not following Meera, I'm going to share her Instagram now so that you can follow her. And I'm going to spotlight it. So if you're in the chat and you click it, I'm pretty sure it can take you to her. And if you have questions, you can, I'm sure she would love to hear from you from direct messages. If you have Instagram, if you don't have a form of social media, because she's on Instagram and on Facebook, you can always email her at the website I provided above. Okie dokie. So we are going to be doing our writing sprint. Our first writing sprint will be for 25 minutes. So let me just go back and share. No worries. Let me just go back and share the page. Just gonna move this off and add this back in. Okay. So yeah, I think that's it. So what's your word count today? What's your overall word count? Oh, what am I think I'm putting the wrong thing. Give me 2 seconds. I think I skipped all. Yeah, I skipped all the way to the bottom. Whoopsie. Yep. Let me go back. Perfect. My apologies, everyone. And let's do this again. Okay. So yeah, I'm writing a book that is a novel, as I shared last time, called Embers in the Dust. It's a Christian fantasy novel. I'm hoping to aim it for middle age, junior high, and actually middle age teen. Yeah, so junior high, high school. And I'm aiming to get to 50K. It says I wrote 88,259, but that is a lie. Um, Let me modify that. What have I written? Oh, so if I look at my chart right here, it says I'm at 10,000 words, 599. So 10,599 words. If I don't change this right now, it is going to drive me nuts. So once again, I will take it off the screen. I will change that because it's going to honestly drive me crazy. I will share it back again. Perfect. So I have a chart here. Doo-doo-doo. It's I can hide this for a while. It's a chart that I made on Canva. If you don't know what Canva is, go check it out. It is fantastic. As a teacher and an author, I use it for my posts, for worksheets like this. For my students, I used it a lot for creating activities. And so I have reached my 10,000. So I'm at 10,599 words. So I'm close to 11,000. So I will try and make it to 12,000 today. We'll see. So yeah, I'll try and make it to 12,000. Maybe like close to, but I think I can make it to 12,000 because I'm at the spot where it's like the rise in action is like happening. So yeah. Let's keep going. So if you don't know, a writing sprint means you're writing without stopping. That means no edits, which I'm very bad at that. No distractions, pretty good. And you just write. You are going to, well, you could use your own draft if you have your own writing already. If you don't have your writing already, I got 2 prompts for you. So one, oh, I have to fix that again. I'm like driving myself crazy today. I don't know why. Perfect. So your character has met a longtime friend. So what would it be about? And the other one, you are locked outside of your own house. I put that one specifically because I remember in grade 8 we had a project to do for English, and that was exactly that. And we had to write a whole narrative story about it. So that was fun. So I'm leaving that to you. So you can either write about your own prompt, your own draft. So either you're just editing a draft or you're continuing a story that you are working on, or you can use the prompters that I gave you. So a character that has met a longtime friend, or you are locked out of your own house. Yeah, so our first session is going to be 25 minutes. So get ready with your, oh, I thought I didn't put the video. Get ready with your story. My story is on the side. I'm just going to go back and check if anyone's writing in the comments. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's writing, so that's fine. So I'm going to leave the timer up like I did last time. I'm actually not going to put music this time. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm at a spot where there's no way I'll get distracted. So I'm not going to be listening to music this time, but I'm going to start a timer. We're going to have 25 minutes to write our either prompter or our writing. And after 25 minutes, I will come back and we will talk. Sound good? Okay. Well, good luck to those who are writing. I'm going to mute myself. I will remember, try my best to remember not to keep myself muted. Okay, so good luck to you who's writing. And if you're not writing, that's fine. You can stay and watch. If you are writing, all the best. Focus. You've got this, and let's get to it. Ta-da. Okay, so the 25 minutes is up. That was fast. That was really, really fast. But yeah, the 25 minutes is up already, if I'm not mistaken. All right. How many times does the 25 minutes happen? Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so the time's up. I'm just gonna go to the next slide. Oh, that's great. So as I mentioned in the schedule, I would like, to discuss a little bit of what you guys have as questions. As I mentioned already, I am writing a Christian fantasy novel. So if you don't know what a Christian fantasy novel is, and I'm pretty sure I didn't explain last time, I don't know why. It's a book that's kind of like Narnia. Another Christian fantasy novel that I have is this one. This is also a Christian fantasy novel. So Narnia, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince of Caspian, like all that. That's Christian fantasy novel. This one is actually by Alistair McGarth, and The Chronicles of Narnia were written by the late C.S. Lewis. So yeah. So does anyone have any questions for me about my book? Maybe character's name, or what was I writing now, or any questions? And if not, that's fine. We can go straight to the writing sprint. But if you do have questions, this is a time where you can join and ask. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. It's already 12 o'clock. Well, here, Mountain Standard Time. So, yeah, how many words do you complete today? Well, how many words did I write? How many words did I write or complete today so far? Let's see. I bolded it so that it's so I know where I stopped. I wrote quite a bit, I think. What did I write? Tools, word. I wrote 620 words. 620 words. And I'm almost done the chapter. How many pages in this chapter? Let's go. Chapter 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm on the last page. And that's my 9th page. So it might be the 9th page and a little bit on the 10th. But I've written 620 words so far. Thanks for the question. Okay. So it looks like we're ready for another sprint. Another 20-minute sprint. Then we can wrap this up and finish everything by 12:30 here and wherever you are accordingly. And yeah, so let's go to the 20-minute sprint. Let's try and push ourselves. I didn't edit as much. Like there are like 2 or 3 words that I was like, I wrote the wrong thing. Then I changed it back. But besides that, I'm actually doing way better and not editing because I'm focusing on just getting all my thoughts out. So what's the next thing? How do you check how many words I complete in a day? Oh, that's a good question. So I write my story on a Google Doc. So every time I stop somewhere, I always bold the last line. So that's, I know, okay, this is what I did. And then I just write. And so I highlight all what I've written from the bottom of what I've just written. So recent to right after my bolded line. And then I go to tools. And then when you go into tools, the second one should be word count. And then it'll tell you how many pages you have, how many words you have in all. I actually not how many words you have in all. The highlighted words, if you highlight it, and then it'll tell you your characters. So that's what I personally do. And then by the end of when I'm done highlighting that, and I know I'm going to keep writing, I just unbold it, and then I keep writing. And my new bolded area is where I just finished. So right now, my last thing says, "Let's head back to Gev," and then there's an interruption. So that is where I bolded just now. So I've already unbolded the top. Let's check. Yeah, I don't see it anymore. So I already unbolded the top, and that's exactly where I am now. So I know that that's where I'm going to keep writing from, basically. Okay. So let's get to this. And we'll be at 20 minutes. Oh, sorry. 20 minutes. Oh, there's a lot of these. That's why. Let's just do this one. Okie dokie. Happy writing to everyone, and I will mute myself soon. And it's not question time anymore. Where's the banner? Okay, so that was our second writing sprint. The other thing was there, but it doesn't matter. And yeah, we're done. So how did you guys do? What were the words that you did? How many words did you do in all today? And yeah, what's your aim for next time? So I'm actually gonna go and check how many words I did all today. I was getting to the great part, almost done. I might work on it a little bit more later. I need to highlight all this and go back to where I stopped. Okay. So I just wrote 458 words for my second sprint. And in all today, I wrote 1,018 words. So I'm going to write that down now in my Excel. 1,018. Today is April 24th, 2001. And I said I wrote 1,018. 1,018. So that means in all I've written, if I move this, 11,617 words. I'm going to get to 12,000 and I'll try my best to get to like 15,000 by next time, but I'm not going to push it. I'm just going to try, but for sure I'm going to get to 12,000 by the end of the day. Cool. Yeah. So that was great. I'm really enjoying these sprints. I'm going to keep doing them because well, first of all, it's not always easy doing sprints, especially, you know, figuring things out and writing them again is just like, how do I say this? Like when you do a sprint, you really have to concentrate. You can't be like, your mind has to be set on one thing. And that's honestly really what I love about the sprints. I love doing interviews too. And, having time to, connect with people. And I found that it's very, easy to get distracted. So today I didn't listen to music, and I know usually I get distracted very easily. But the fact that I knew where I was in my writing sprint made me concentrate even more in the sense where I didn't have to, feel like, I didn't have to feel like I was, like getting distracted basically. So yeah, so it's fun doing these sprints with you guys. And I just hope that, we're going to keep doing these. I know that last time when we did the sprint, it was a little bit long. I'm not too sure how long this one is. How long are we at? Oh, shorter than last time. That's really good. So I hope that we can keep doing these sprints because I honestly am learning how to stop editing this second round. I really actually didn't edit that much just because I was getting to a part where I needed to concentrate. Like the rising action's there. It's leading to the big moment. And so I just didn't want to, get distracted, basically. Okie dokie. So let's go back here. Hello, I am back. I have no idea what happened. My computer just shut down on me. It is plugged in, it is in the wall, and it just went off. So sorry about that. Thank you for those who are still here. I honestly don't know what I was saying, but I'm just gonna go back to my PowerPoint, my Google slide, I mean, and share it with you guys and go to the next thing. I have no idea what happened. But yeah, I don't know if you could still see me or anything, but I definitely did not see you. So let me just take this off. Yeah, it's giving me a notification saying that it just went off suddenly. That's not healthy. Okay. Yeah, so I'm actually going to post this now. I believe that's right here. Announcement. So if you're still here, I said that there was going to be an announcement, and this is actually a really exclusive one. So those who are part of my newsletter are going to get this. It's the same exclusive that you have. So if you're here, you hear from it. If you want to, have access to my books that are coming out, or my book that's coming out, this announcement can apply to you too. And those who are part of my newsletter will also have the same announcement that I'm sharing with you. So what I shared is that, well, what I'm going to share is that there is going to be a discount of 20% on my book that is coming out. So where is it? Oh, it's here. So not this book. This is my next book that is coming out, A Lonely Hoot. So this is the second book, my second book that is coming out. I'm actually going to share the PowerPoint so that you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. I keep saying PowerPoint. It's not a PowerPoint. It's a Google slide. Yep. Because everything went off, so I got to go back in there. Yeah. So yes, it's loading. So the release date is a week and a day. A week minus a day. So on the 30th, next Friday, my books will be available on Amazon. They're available on my website for pre-orders. I have paperback that's on my website, as well as a hardcover on my website. If you would like to have a signed copy with goodies, so one of them is definitely going to be stickers. Last week, those who are online helped me pick between two options, and they're on their way. The books are going to be here next week. And yeah, so if you would like to share, if you would like to get your own copy or let somebody else get a copy, please feel free to share with them or contact me through my direct message through Instagram, or go on my website and get my book that's coming out. So it's next week, and I'm really excited. I also posted on my Instagram me opening, so unboxing the book. So it's really cute. I love it a lot. The illustrations were done by Jonathan Velasco. He's my illustrator, and he did a phenomenal job as usual. And I dedicated this book to my family, so my parents, my siblings, and a good friend of mine called Michael Germain, because he's been such a great supporter with my author journey. So yeah, so that's the announcement. If you would like to get a discount, I'm going to show it to you right now what it's going to be. It will be available by the end of the day, and it's going to close on Monday. So it's like a 2-day sale thing. So if you would like to get that, this is what it is. It's Hoot 2021. Whenever you get my book. So not right now. Well, as soon as I'm done this live, it should be there. If not, give it a few minutes. But for sure, by the end of the day, it should be active on my website, only my website. So you have all day today, all day on Sunday, and on Monday, the offer is off. So if you want to get 20% off my both the books, so either the paperback that like I have here or the hardcover, you would have to enter the discount code Hoot 2021. Okay, so that was the announcement I was going to share with you guys. So once again, Hoot 2021, you could get pre-orders, and this is only available if you get it on my website. You get 20% off. Great. So I can take this off, and then we can keep going. So last things. So next week we are going to be having another writing sprint. No, we're not going to have an interview, just the writing sprint. So remember, 11 a.m. Eastern time, wherever you are, adjust yourself so that you can come and do the live with me. If you have any questions for me, I am glad to answer you. You can answer, I can answer your questions through my Instagram, which is author Brendolyn MA, or you can send me an email and I will answer you as well. I really do love helping people who are writing or have any questions. I have a author support program, not program, project that I do is called Author Spotlights. So if you have, a book that's coming out, or you have your copy of your own book, and you just, want somewhere where they can share your book, that's what I do. So I read your book, I leave reviews, I give you a shout out on my YouTube channel. I post your book on my platforms. I write a blog about it, and I post your book on my Instagram. My website. So if you want to be part of that author spotlight, feel free to check out my website or Instagram and check into the bio for the link, and then you can partake in that author support project too. So that's all we have for today. It was fun doing the writing sprint. Thank you a lot for your patience. I know that it's a little bit long, but despite the, I don't know what happened before, but thank you that you're still here. I'm really enjoying doing these writing sprints. And yeah, if you are willing to come next time, that'll be great. I'll still be here, same time. And bring a friend, a friend that you know who likes to write a lot, and then they can join you too. So next week, I'm hoping to share some writing tips if you have any. So yeah, that's all we have today. Remember, my book's coming out next Friday. The discount is up until Sunday evening. So Monday, the discount's not going to be working. And yeah, I think that's a wrap for today. Thank you for joining me today for my writing sprint. I'm getting closer to my goal to 50,000 words, and I hope that you are getting close to your goal too. So all the best, take care, and keep writing. Bye.